We are live, okay, no more swearing.
Yeah.
And welcome to the stream for Bay Games this evening. We have no viewers at the minute. However, sitting in silence proved really awkward in the last video. So, so I'm just going to talk. We are a couple of minutes early and people should join us as this goes out. But we are playing Worms. And so far, I've played this game a few times with you now. It feels like the video game.
It does.
Actually.
Yeah.
It's simple enough that it feels like the video game, though it can be a little bit chaotic. I mean, my last attempt to kill a worm ended in my worm's death. So
again, just like the video game though.
Yeah.
Because these things happen.
They do. Now you can see our game actually on stream, and we're partway through again. We figured we would just keep playing, and it's just gone to Tim's turn after I have killed my own worm, the Scottish one of all of them. So
it's my go.
it is your go, and we'll just wait. I want to see if people are chatting, and I just want to see what's happening. And is anyone... We have a viewer. I suspected it's Freya. Strongly suspected Freya, but could just be someone else. Where are we? So who... Nobody's in there. But if I go into this, I should see. Just checking if the stream works. And we get the chat.
Here we go.
Yeah, so the chat does work. Perfect. Continue, Tim.
Continue. Right, well, we haven't played this game enough to know yet what every single thing does.
What have you got?
But I've the girder, I haven't used the girder yet. So I'm going to do that. So let's see. Target owner adjacent hex, remove a mine, fire, an oil drum or a crater from the hex. So just to see what it does, I'm going to activate that worm.
Yep.
And I am going to use the girder to target the mine.
Yep, so you just remove that.
Just remove the mine.
Awesome.
Then I can
fire,
move
an oil drum,
yeah,
or a crater.
from the hex.
Okay.
So now I can move them into there. Now, can I take that crate, or have I got to wait till the next turn?
You just take it. When you walk in there, you take that crate.
That's a supply crate.
You
so
get whatever that
supply.
card is.
Cool. Oh, nice. And then I can play another card, can't I?
You can, because of that. So the way this works, I'm not sure how well you can see it. I'm destroying the land, but that's okay. It's worms, after all. You don't start with a colour. You get 4 worms per player, up to 6 players, and you put the ring on them and you place them on the board, and then you draft the colour from the pile. So you don't know where you start.
Completely randomised at the beginning.
And then you dished out a handful of basic equipment, which everyone has, and then each card has action. So your worm can always move up to 2 times. You can inch, which is just move to the next square.
Yeah.
And I keep every time I'm doing that, but I've got that sound in my head that from the game. It's terrible. Doesn't leave me. But also you can then play a card, which is one of your weapons. Tim's played a girder here, so you tend to have a chain of actions on a weapon card. So we've got yellow, green and orange here. They actually are colour coded, so yellow means do what it says on the card, green is a free move, and orange is get to play another card, which is great. Playing another card is always very useful, so you can continue with that.
So your girder's more like a utility, isn't it, for removing other things from hexes,
rather than pile them full of barrels and explosives and
Yeah, but you can't attack another worm with the girder, can you?
No.
No.
I mean, in the video game, I used to just build them above people so
Yeah.
they could never get out of where they were.
But it does give us an option to play another card, which I am going to do. So I'm going to use a mortar.
A mortar?
Indeed. And I'm going to target this worm here.
Alright, so
it's accuracy 4, so I roll 4 dice, but because it is 2 hexes away,
that's right, you remove a number of dice equal to how many hexes
Yeah.
you'd have to move to be adjacent.
right, so
Oh,
that's
you
a hit.
Direct hit.
Okay,
And
so
it's blast the hex.
I'm going to blast at both things on the hex, isn't it?
Yeah,
So
so,
the barrel,
you choose which one you go in first, but
it's going to be the barrel, isn't it?
so basically that's your target.
Yeah. So I've blown up a barrel, so I've got to roll 5 dice for that.
Yeah. And then we resolve each one of these based on the wind direction, which is this blue thing.
Yeah.
So in this, Tim's done
4.
that hex got hit twice.
Yeah.
The rest of them,
So 4 would be out here.
so they're
Wait.
gone.
That's, yeah.
5 is this one.
Which again is missed. But the
Um,
direct hit on the hex itself.
will hit a second time, which means my worm you're going to roll twice for, and it's going to take 2 blast markers in this zone. So you've hit it again.
Yeah.
Right. That worm died. He got blasted by the first blast from the thing.
Yeah.
You just hit him again, and there is no way he didn't die.
And there's your crater for that.
So all the worms have 2 hits in them. The first one is it lays them on their side. The second one finishes them off. If you activate that worm beforehand, it will stand up. So the that put me down to 2 worms. Put me down to 2 worms, Tim.
That
You
means
get a
nothing
move on
though.
the end of that.
That means nothing though, because you were down to 2 worms the other day and you still came back, didn't you? So
Until your son blew us all to pieces.
I've got another move, and it was him that I moved, wasn't it? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna move into there and
Oop,
take
nice. There you go. So after that, you've done all of your actions and activations for that
Yeah.
turn. So you take a drop card.
that. Alright, so sentry gun and that. So place a supply crate in the emptiest hex, put it there. Place a sentry gun in the same hex, put it there.
Hi
Change
Stephen,
the
how are you
wind
doing?
direction.
I hope you're sticking around actually.
No. No. 3.
Stays the same.
Stays the same. And it's over to you.
It's over to me. So I'm going to activate the sentry gun. That just attacks anything that moves near it, doesn't it?
Let's have a look. So, sentry gun. Choose wind direction, which direction the sentry gun is pointing. Did we do that?
Pointing that
Yeah.
way by the looks of it,
Yeah,
because
okay.
you sort of pointed it.
Thing moves to direct hex in direction sentry gun is pointing. Damage that thing. Sentry gun damage. Destroy sentry gun.
Destroy.
So whichever direction it's pointing, that's where it shoots.
How do I even deal with that?
You just damage it as you would anything other thing, and it's
I know,
destroyed.
I mean, it's facing the wrong way for me for now. So I'm going to activate this one.
So you can move into the hex, moving from the other direction behind the sentry gun. It doesn't damage it.
Okay.
Yeah, it has to be facing
The direction.
the
you're coming
direction
from.
you're coming from.
But I can't move out of that hex towards you.
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to take my 2 moves to grab this crate because I have very little in the way of good armaments. And then I'm going to use my Uzi. So I'm going to step, I'm going to damage this one that's already damaged,
You
killing it
swine.
off. You can add it back.
Swine.
And then I get to move again. And I'm going to move absolutely nowhere. I'm going to stay exactly where I am. And then I'll resolve one of these. So I drop a supply crate in the emptiest hex. That gives you a supply crate.
I've got one.
Do not approve. Oh, it's me. No, it gives me a supply crate. I do approve. An oil drum in the same hex. And remove free fire from the map. There's one fire to be removed. Yeah.
Change wind direction.
Change the wind direction. Roll. It's a 1. So the wind is coming this way.
Cool. Right. My go. So get rid of them.
That's gone. We are down to the last 2 cards.
Last 2 cards.
Oh, we've got a second viewer. Who's our second viewer? Can you hear us? More to the point. I mean, Stephen did respond, but I'm not sure how well my mic is working at this distance. I do need to get a detachable one just to sit a bit closer to us.
So the sentry gun here, Kieran, thing moves to direct hex in direction, so that's the one in front of it. So I can't move there without getting zapped.
But you can
blow the
use a ninja rope to try and get over here.
Ah, good point. Accuracy 4. Place active women target hex. So if I miss, I'm going in the drink, aren't I?
I mean, I want to see it happen.
Go on then. Why not? Right. So
okay, ninja rope.
So what is it?
So you target a hex. Where are you going? You're going to this one.
Yeah.
So it would be 2 spaces, so you're going to lose 2 dice.
Right, so I'm rolling on 2 dice, aren't I? Accuracy 4, yeah.
And 5 is direct. No, 5 you're overshooting into the water, or you're getting blown into the water.
I'm dead.
You're drowned. These are the risks.
These are the risks, indeed.
I got really good with that ninja rope in the game.
Did you?
I got so good with the ninja rope.
Right, have I got to resolve one of those now?
Yes, and then we're going on to the finale.
Right, so yes. Place supply crate in this hex.
Off you go. No supply crate.
Place an oil drum in the same hex. Remove 3 fire from the map. It's the same one you had before. Change wind direction.
Stays exactly as it is.
So it's the same
one.
Yep. Okay, that's it then. Shoot to go, and I'm down to 1 worm.
Well, I'm going for blind luck. So I'm going to use. Ooh, I could do that. No, that's a terrible plan. I want that supply crate, but I also want to be able to move more. Got it. I'm going to use a girder. To target my own adjacent hex, I can remove a crater from the hex. Then I can move. Oh no, it went wrong. Then I can play a card. I will happily play a card. So I will play the Concrete Donkey. The Concrete Donkey just target any hex on the board, which means we're going straight for the one of your worming. I do have to scatter the target token. Down to 1 view again. Wind direction. My Concrete Donkey went in a drink. That could have went well. Didn't though. Right, that was unfortunately my goal. I just pulled that card as well. I thought it was great. So this goes off. A weapon of mass destruction. This card reveal all non-super weapon cards from the supply deck, and each player draws a card. Draw a weapon card and change the wind direction. So we remove all non-super weapon cards from the pile, which are, this is going to be chaos. Super weapons are the yellow ones, right?
think.
I mean, the super sheep is in there, so we're
Yeah.
going with they are. And then each of us draws one card from that pile. There you go. Okay. And then drop.
All right. So at the end of each turn, we would normally get a drop card. We'd draw a weapon card instead,
Change your wind direction.
and change the wind direction.
Okay. So.
Right. My go, isn't it?
Yeah, it is your go. I'm
Right.
not sure how many viewers are there. It says one, but there's been more.
Well, I'm going to use a bunker buster, which wasn't my super weapon. Target hex. I'm going to target this hex.
Okay.
Scatter, blast hex, place crater and hex. So, how many? I'm going to target the. Well, it'll kill everything on the hex, won't it? Is that correct?
It's going to scatter, then it's going to blast the hex, so not necessarily.
So, how do I resolve the scatter again?
So you roll dice and it just goes off this. So scatter.
How many dice am I rolling?
You are going to roll just one. Oh, it hits directly.
Cool.
So you blast the hex, which means you're going to roll a dice for each thing on it. What's going first?
The barrel.
Barrel. The barrel is getting blown over here and takes a damage, so it'll then explode.
So does that just leave a crater there?
It will do, yeah. And 5. There'll be a crater here as well, and you'll also put another crater in there
Right.
based on.
Stick the craters in then.
Oh, we're up to a few more viewers. Who's joined us? So,
Right. Yeah. So I'm attacking you.
so yeah, you
Yes.
still need to hit him.
Yeah.
So that's gonna do 5 in a second.
Yeah.
Hi Dan. You hit him directly.
Cool.
So there's a damage. Now let's see if that barrel can do what mine did. Then you need a 4, and it'll end that worm. Oh, there's 2 4s.
Yeah.
Doesn't just end the worm though. We need a water tile.
Oh, that's the first time that's happened.
So all of those craters, you've blown up that entire piece of land now, and it's just a piece of water.
Have it.
And that barrel blew up. There we go.
Nice.
Worms is great. It's a lot of fun. We are at the very end of the game here. We've got 1 worm left each, and I'm about to win. I've got no movement. But I have no idea how to do anything I need to do. But we do draw. You do draw a weapon card and change your wind direction.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
Oh no, it's not that weapon card, Tim. You want one of these. It's a super weapon card. The rest are gone.
Nice. Change wind direction.
Stays where it is.
Okay.
So I cannot walk into that zone, which means I'm going to have to jump. Jumping puts me at the mercy of scattering. So I can move them to a space within 2. I'm going to move it here, and then he scatters. This could be the end.
Just have one yet.
What was he going? A 2 would be good. Not a 1. Nope. Scattered into the drink.
In the drink.
Jumped into the drink. That's my last worm. So again, the hills have defeated me.
I think, did you not win the last time?
No, your son did.
Oh, of course, yeah, you did.
Leeson absolutely ruined me last time.
So it is fun, very fun.
It's very, very good. I think there are a couple editions of the game. Obviously, I have the Armageddon one. It has this blue mat that has some worm pictures on. Unnecessary, really.
Yeah.
The other thing I got in that pledge was this dice tray and some horrible fleshy dice. No, they're gross. These horrible fleshy coloured dice. And a couple of extra land tiles, which are novel. I think we're using one here. Was it not one of the candy ones? Maybe. It was something else.
Yeah, it was one of those. They're the ones you got. Yeah.
But that was the Armageddon pledge. That was about £20 to £30 more than what you got.
Right.
And you've got the collector's edition.
Yeah.
The collector's edition has the full game that I got, all of the 3D tokens, all of the worms, which there are 64 of them.
At least. Yeah, there's at least 64 of them. Let's have a quick shufty.
A lot of them are like you get a couple of each pose, but has the sound come back? Yes, it has. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Sorry. Yeah. I flipped the scene and apparently that changed the sound. I will simply just make this bigger. Hello. There we go. You can now see us. So we were talking about like the box and what you got in it. Which is 56 worms in the collector's edition. There's multiple poses. You get ones with like the sheep, you get the standard Scottish fella, and everything else. And if you really care for those particular worms, hi Leon, how you doing? It's worth picking up a collector's box. The game is great. It's easy to play with anyone.
Yeah.
I think having the 3D tokens actually makes it a bit better. I can't imagine playing it with just 2D mines and 2D crates.
Yeah, it's more reminiscent of the game, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's nice to have the little fill-ins just to remind you of the game more, I think.
Yes.
Oh.
Ooh, we're having a technical issue again. My life is technical issues with this bloody computer, and like turning off the sound just before and all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, Worms, excellent board game. I am really happy with what I got for the Kickstarter price. I think I'll get a lot of play out of this, especially in the shop.
Yeah,
people will play a lot.
It's a good fun game just to pick up and play very quickly. I'm not one for spending hours looking through rule books.
I mean,
and it was easy just to pick up and play, wasn't it?
Well, yeah. Our first game, like playing with Henry, we played it. We got it down in one round, which took about 5 minutes.
And Henry's 12 years old, so he can pick it up and play it quickly.
I could play this with my daughter. She's 7.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say she might get a little bit crazy
But it's no less fun for being quite simple.
No, it's definitely not. In fact, I think it may be more so.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we could quite easily... Wem's tournament, anyone? Like, this could play in 15-20 minute rounds.
Yeah.
It does, actually. Even with 4 players, because as soon as a player's eliminated, it says to end the game. I think if I was playing with more players again, I might amend that rule personally for last man standing. I know why they do it, so someone's not sitting around forever. But it just feels more thematic, because that didn't happen when I played the video game. You just kept going.
Yeah. But it's very, very reminiscent of the video game. And I think that's not a bad thing. The video game itself simple, and this is simple, but it's no less fun for that.
That's why it became a real sort of... It's a video game. You played it, I played it. Like, loads of people, everyone knows Wems. Like,
exactly.
Because...
That cannon fodder.
Yeah, Freya played it, and Freya didn't play that many video games. Like, Freya, since seeing the board game, has been going on about how she wants to play Wems again.
Yeah.
Like, is Wems on the Xbox? It is. If she's watching, I'm in trouble because I've not downloaded it. But it is there. I mean, you can get it everywhere. But yeah, it's a great fun game. I very much appreciate how simple it is, but how much you get for it. And I think everyone should come down and give this a go. It's so silly and so fun. And Gavin's going to get it very well painted. Aren't you, Gavin? I'll send you that clip. So it's and my copy's now going to be in the shop. It's available for use here. Anytime you're in, it'll just be on the shelf. If we were to do something a bit bigger, I suppose you'd bring a copy down as well.
Yeah.
Like, we could probably tournament this. And when can I pre-order? So, hi Norman. I can do a feature on the new Kill team. Actually, I will, because it's a whole new edition. So I'll get someone in. We'll play some of the new Kill team, and you can pre-order when GW tell me it's allowed. So they'll put up a Sunday preview. It's normally the Saturday after that, but on that Sunday preview day, drop me a message saying, can I have one please, because I do have to put my order in on the Monday. I'll sort out taking the payment for it and everything like that on the Saturday when the pre-order goes live. But if you message me on the Sunday, I can guarantee you one, because you've pre-ordered. I'm just not allowed to tell you a price or take your money at that point. I hope that answers that question. But yes, the new Kill team, I will do a feature on it. I'll do a feature on it as soon as a copy arrives in the store. I'd say I'd get Blue to do it with me, but he hates the camera, so not Blue.
The other one,
Gav. Could do Gav.
Why does Gav hate the camera? He's
Gav doesn't hate the camera. Blue hates the camera. Blue hates the camera. Gav, I don't think Gav cares. I'll see. Gav might do it with me. He loves Kill Team, so yeah. What else was I going to talk about? So, other games that are hanging around in my hobby sphere at the moment are Warcrow. I've played a bit of it now as well. So I've started painting, maybe got them to as far as I'll ever get, because I've been intending to paint them. It was much like my challenge where Rory was born, and I was like, I'm going to take my paints home, I'm going to paint some Skaven.
Never happens.
And I didn't touch them. Yeah. So I'm hoping to get on top of the Warcrow. The game itself is absolutely excellent. You picked up a copy.
I have, but I haven't played it yet. I have put the models together and base coated them, but I haven't.
Have you read the rules?
Not yet.
No.
I want you to read the rules and tell me how to play it.
I've read the rules and I've played the first 2 scenarios. I'm very much looking forward to getting that Beyond box in September, which is now, because that's going to allow me to get far more games in of it, because it takes that starter set up to a full faction list.
So how many's in a full faction?
It's about 3 or 4 more models. The beyond boss is smaller. Yeah,
right, got you.
It adds another unit effectively to each faction and another character.
So up to about 10 then.
Yeah. And that's going to be about a full game.
Cool.
Which is great. I mean, really, I'm looking forward to the Wood Elf faction releasing for it, but you know, I'll have to wait. And the orcs are great fun.
Yeah. Tough.
And other than that, so last week I went on a tangent, and actually like a load of people started talking, and I quite enjoyed that. So this week there are other things that I'd like to talk about. Tim's here with me today. Tim has been playing in the shop since basically reopened. You wouldn't know it from looking at him, but he's an old man, he's retired and all of that jazz. So he's in here too much.
Yeah.
He comes in, drinks my coffee, eats my
basically.
But me and Tim, we both have done martial arts in our lives. We've both gone through and done loads of different things for socialising. I mean, you went pro though. Yours wasn't a martial art at that point. That was your job, right?
Yeah.
But we have done a lot of things, and Bay Games is a place where it's about community, and I hope when you come in you feel that. I mean, obviously, you know, like all communities, there are sometimes people that push you a little far and you can't be bothered and stuff like that, but also I think we have a wonderful community filled with really nice people, and yeah, that happens. I mean, of course it does.
To me, it's a place you can come and you don't have to pretend to be anybody else.
Yeah, well,
do you know
it's
what I mean?
just nerdy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, and you can just really enjoy your nerdiness.
I can get me nerd on, definitely. Yeah.
But I mean, your wallet's probably suffered since we opened.
It certainly has. Yeah, I'm pleased the wife's not following this stream because
I'm sure Henry will show her.
Well, possibly.
But yeah, we are all about community and doing things. And Stephen, if you're still here, is part of the Westerlot Wildlings. One of the things they have, and I'm part of their Discord, and it is phenomenal, is a no judgment page. And if you're having a rough time, you can just go in there and you can say like, this is really hard. Like and I'm not going to divulge what some of the lads in there have said, but like I've messaged in there before when like I've been exhausted, like, you know, and they're so supportive. They're so incredibly supportive. There's people there that have experiences. Like there's been situations where people are losing jobs and people have gone, try like, and it's an incredible thing that I've seen within their community, and it is something I think we should have. So I'm going to set up a WhatsApp group, and it is going to be a judgment-free zone.
Yeah.
But alongside that, like, playing board games is the best. Like, you know, you can't diss it. But there's other things we should do, and exercise is a big thing for some people, but some people don't like doing it alone. I mean, I mentioned to you the other day, I used to swim with a couple of guys, then I had Rory, and the times they swim now is really not great for me. But I want to swim, and I'm talking about swimming in the sea. And I'm going to extend that invite to everyone. I'm going to not only create a WhatsApp for like judgment free and just get things off your chest, but I'm also going to create a WhatsApp for meeting up outside of big games to have a little bit more, because some people don't have that connection outside of here, and I think we should. Lionel comes from in the sea. You better, I mean, we did it until December last year, and it was about December where we were like, this might be getting a little cold.
Yeah, I mean, I did it all year round at one point until I got long COVID, and then that really kind of threw us off.
Well, it hit your lungs real bad, didn't it?
Yeah, 3 times I've had it now, and each one's been 6 months plus.
So. I don't know if Dan's being serious or whether Leon may have a phobia of the sea. I forgot what you call that, but you know, that phobia of like the deep water or dark water.
Yeah.
I think Dan might be throwing him under the bus. But Dan, you're moving here soon, so you can come. But yeah, I will do that, and then I will put in posts myself saying like, look, I'm off today. I've got a couple of hours. I want to go for a swim. Does anyone want to join me? And hopefully people will take me up on that.
Yeah,
because
definitely. I think people need support and they need confidence of other people. Some people do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To kind of get them pushed in the right direction, because it's anybody getting off the sofa to do anything.
Walk groups, anything, Leon.
Anything,
anything. Like, we really should push this. We should make this absolutely the best thing we can do. Walking is absolutely fine. Like, people can go play badminton if that's their thing. My wife likes badminton, so we can set up a sparring ring on the links, and we can all go just have Fight Club. Whatever suits anyone. But in the summer months, especially like when maybe loitering in the shop and stuff, you just want some fresh air outside, or you want to do something a little different.
Yeah.
And I mean, I used to do things when I ran a martial arts club. So I taught classes, and much like Bay Games, all of they weren't customers, my students at that situation, they became my friends.
Yeah.
And much like it is here, and I've had so much support from the community here, it's unreal. Like, I did not think opening a nerdy little cafe would make me so many friends and get me so much support from people around me. But with the martial arts class, it's a bit closer, it's a bit more physical. You have to trust people. And I did that for 16 years. But then we used to do things, and I used to arrange excursions. We used to go and do, I forgot what you call them, like go apes, like the high ropes and different things, and loads of people are interested in different things. But we used to do that outside of our routine. And again, I just want to add that.
We should, you should definitely put on like little excursions and stuff.
Absolutely.
Just like the people want to go to a theme park, the people want to go to, like you say, go ape or something like that. Physical or non-physical, do I want to go and walk up Snowdon? No. I don't know. No. just.
I'll swim in the sea. I'll swim miles out to sea.
We'll draw the line
no problem.
Snowdon.
But Snowdon,
okay.
That's like effort.
Yeah, true enough.
But I really want to set that up, and anyone is welcome to throw in a suggestion.
We should have a suggestion box.
We should.
Yeah, get a suggestion.
Should have a suggestion box, and we'll just put things in like Kieran get a haircut. Like, I'm just gonna find them full of trolling things. Russell, fundamentally.
Yeah.
But I think it's important, and I want to build that on top of what we already have, because I think it's very good for people. And also, we're going to help Leon get over his fear of the sea by dragging them in.
Good idea.
But yeah, so that's more or less what I wanted to sort of get off my chest today, and what I've been thinking about a little bit. And this will extend to things like, I had a joke of one of the lads that come in, Dan. He's had a baby around the same time as me. He's about 3 months older than mine. But even dad and baby gaming group or whatever, because it can be a bit much, and some people just don't get it. Like, anyone who's had a child, I did not realise how much of my time would be consumed.
It can be like being in the trenches at times. It can get very full on, definitely.
I was I took the other two on, but at that point they could actually tell me what they wanted. They were always good at that, and having Rory, and she just sort of gets really upset really quickly, and I don't know what's going on. So I think a lot of parents are in that situation, and it's hard to actually have a social life whilst in that early section of their life. So again, I'm going to put out some stuff there and see if people join, and the people that join that don't care if your baby's crying. So
I think mental health's a big thing, isn't it? So
It is.
In all walks of life. So I think
I
anything
should
that you
have
can
done more sooner, to be
Yeah.
honest. But we have the facilities, we have the people, so we definitely should.
I think everybody's very supportive of each other here, so
They are.
yeah, I think
Absolutely.
it's a good idea.
And I'll get that set up probably tonight. You don't have to join, but you can join, and that's what it will be. Another thing is bookings. The booking system on our website now works. It actually
Cool.
works. You can go on and you request a table, and it sends me a message now, which it wasn't doing.
Can I just book one out when Icefarian God comes, just for
Well, I was
Like
just
a
going to put
year.
you in the yard with a tent.
a fair one?
Yeah. Well, telling your wife, you went
A
out in a
gazebo
canoe.
in the yard, just tent it over.
Yeah. Henry can visit you once in a while, bring you
Cool.
some food.
Nice.
Yeah, Icefarian God looks great. Like campaign games.
Mhm.
Like that's your thing, really, isn't it? You
It's
really.
Finding people to play them with. We keep threatening to play Oathsworn, don't we?
It's so hard. I need to make a better table. I need to make a table we can just keep it set up on.
Well, that's
Because
the problem, isn't it?
90% of the problem with these games is
Yeah.
like the setup and teardown takes so long that you plan it and then you have to leave.
Yeah.
And always in.
It's getting people together another time to continue on, isn't it?
Yeah, I know Adam's keen to play some
Mhm.
campaign games with us. You're retired, so you've got no excuse. I know you're busier now than you ever were.
Very, yeah,
But
pretty much.
Hi-Fi, you've been playing video games, Jess. You missed it where we gave away like 20 boxes of OP09.
Missed it.
Yeah, you just missed it.
What a
It's
mistake
gone.
to me.
It was terrible. Hi-Fi Rush. That's Jet Set Radio, I believe. It's like the new version of Jet Set Radio. Not knowing your video game background. I know you play a little, but like,
Yeah.
did you play all of the nerdy ones? Or was it just Worms?
Not really.
No.
I played all of the main kind of, the God of Wars and
Yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawns and all these kind of big budget ones.
Do you know there's a Horizon Zero Dawn board game?
I have it,
Have you got it all?
and I've got about 4 of the add-on boxes as well.
Have you?
Probably more than 4 actually. Yeah. Funny enough, I've never played that
Send a
either.
link here so we can pay for a PO8. I'll send you a link later. Like, I will. I promise. I'll send you one. I mean, you could just go on a website and buy it, in fairness. But don't do that. I'll send you a link. I have been trying to do that since this morning. I get quite distracted.
By a baby.
Yeah, pretty much. Just seems to be like that there isn't enough time in a day,
No.
like between feeds and having to sleep on you and all sorts of things like that. And,
Well, the baby didn't happen by accident, Kieran.
well, yeah, I know, it's miraculous. Miraculous. It's the Messiah and all of that jazz.
Yeah. Is that what you told you?
Oh no. We've just done that on stream as well. She's watching. I'm dead. I'm not going home. I'm sleeping here. Yeah. But yeah, I think I'm going to get those groups set up.
Yeah.
And we certainly can start arranging different things and getting a car full of people to go to wherever, or a couple of cars, or if it boils down to it, like if there's enough takers, we can hire a damn minivan.
Definitely, yeah.
Like,
I think I've still got my Midas certificate for driving minibuses.
have you?
I'm sure I have, yeah. I'm sure it's still in
fire
date.
engine, right?
I drove a fire engine, yeah.
It's got to be a bit harder than a minibus full of
Yeah.
nerds. And,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah. But yeah, let's do that. I think would be important. I mean, I go down to UK Games Expo and stuff. I'm not a good example for that because I have to go early due to work.
Yeah.
Like, so I have to go for the day before. There's nothing stopping everyone else going the day before as well and chilling out for the day. But
Yeah.
I kind of get wrapped up in having to go to these conferences where they tell me what's happening in the next year and do I want this, do I want that. I do. I want the stuff.
Mhm.
But yeah, What else have you been playing recently, Tim? What have you played in here? You've played some Marvel.
Board games wise, I've been playing. Well, usually with the kids, when I bring my kids along, they want to play Marvel Zombies, which is Zombicide.
I've got DC's coming soon.
Yeah.
Excited.
And they play like a few games that are kind of really basic but enjoyable, like Alien, the Alien game that we've got.
Oh yeah, there's Nostromo that one.
Yeah, that one. What else?
Do you have the other one? Do you have another Glorious Day in the Core?
I have, and I've got all the add-ons as well.
Yeah.
But it's really difficult. Henry got really sick of it really quickly because you just get
Is it just
blitzed
punished?
every time you play it. Yeah, and it's supposed to be a campaign game as well. And you get off the first mission, then you just get annihilated every single mission after that. It's really difficult.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so it is pretty hard. But in terms of games that I've played in here, well, I played Dune, didn't I? I got Dune. I played that with Matt and
It's Dune Imperium you have.
Imperium. I played that
Yeah.
with Matt and Adam, and I enjoyed that. But I've never played it again since then.
I mean, we had a Root tournament in here the other day.
Yeah, I've never played Root. I don't know if I want to get sucked into the Root rabbit hole.
It's an interesting one. So there's been so much hype for it now. So
Uh-huh.
I played Root ages ago. I played it 2-player with my wife. I've played it 2-player with someone else, and 2-player's not where that game's at apparently. So I'm very tempted to pick up the app and play a little bit just to see whether I can go down. Fundamentally because I bought Arcs, which is a follow-on. Or
Right.
it's not a follow-on, it's like the next game by the designers of Root. And I've got it out the back, and I've been playing a campaign of that with Matt and Nick, and I'm so excited to keep playing that game. Like
Is that the one you've been playing on the back table all the time?
Yeah, it's got like
Yeah.
the planet, like
That's
the
right.
solar
Yeah,
system.
yeah.
So that I am having so much fun with that. It is very quickly become one of my favourite board games, and I didn't think it would. I didn't think the hype was real, but I've been well and truly sucked in. I played a character in the last one, so we're playing a campaign, so it's a 3-game campaign. And basically my entire purpose was just to provoke outrage, to sack other people's cities and try and rile up the populace against everyone, which was great. I sucked. I failed so hard, but it was funny. And like I think the playability of that after you get past the basic game and into the campaign is incredible. And again, it's one of those campaign games. This one only lasts for 3 games, so you play this one game, everyone has a character, sees what happens, then you go into the next game and continue your species, I suppose it is reign through the galaxy or fall. So that's kind of a cool one. I showed you Kingdom Death once.
You did.
It's another one I want to get out and I want to play a full game of.
But how long is that going to take?
20 years.
I was going to say.
I mean, I've had it for about 20 years and I haven't finished one yet.
I mean, that looked so in depth.
It's great fun.
Yeah.
It's great fun. So I suppose the takeaway is we're going to create some groups.
Yeah.
We're going to create some outside of big games groups. Come and play Worms. It's excellent.
Good fun. Really good fun.
If you can beat me at Worms, you can have a coffee. I'm not going to play you though. But like you just beat me, didn't you? I owe you a coffee.
Yeah, yours a coffee. Yeah.
Great. I'll get some instant coffee, and don't you worry. But I think this week's going to be fairly quiet in the shop. I'd love to see you about and in. Last week was a little quieter, coming to the end of the school holidays, and yeah, you've got to play 6-player though, Jess. Although in fairness, all they have to do then is gang up and put me out because then everyone else wins according to the actual rules.
5 coffees every time you play with somebody.
But the week's going to be a bit quieter, I think, going into it. We do have a Blood Bowl event on Saturday, which basically has the shop taken out from 10 a.m. till about 6:30. so that's a busy Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
There may be spaces depending on dropouts and stuff
Yeah.
within that event, but I can't guarantee it until they're all start playing their game.
I might come along and watch that actually.
Well, you're in it. It's a stunty one. They're all playing stunty teams.
Right.
But yeah, they'll be more than happy for you to come that. Like last time they did a safe based one, they had like everyone was wearing Hawaiian shirts and stuff. Like they're a good laugh, the Blood Bowl
Yeah.
guys. They have a league starting up real soon. I think today was the first day of sign up actually for it.
Right.
I'll pop a link to that in the comments when I'm done. But yeah, you can join that league. I think they've got 8 or 9 players at the minute in that league.
I keep threatening to play.
Do it.
I know I
Play.
should.
I think you used to play.
Yeah, years ago.
Just play again. Like
30 years ago probably. 35 years.
I mean, I'm going to stick
I'm
to
not
Warcraft
old.
for now because Blood Bowl is a rabbit hole for me. I love Blood Bowl.
Yeah.
But I really need to stop buying things. Really
Never
need
going to
to.
happen.
Yeah, I mean, there are things, and even like playing. So I've been doing Spearhead on a Thursday, right? One of the last ones I come in, I was talking about Lego. I might grab my Lego and take it home. And I was saying, I really fancied the Lego Rivendell. Have you seen the Lego
Yeah.
Rivendell set? It's stunning. It's like
Yeah.
£450.
Yeah.
And today I sat there, I was like, I could buy that Lego set to play with the kids. I do not have the funds to buy that Lego set to play with the kids. But she sent me a picture of hers, and she bought like the light up bricks for it, and everything.
Right.
Stunning,
Looks amazing.
absolutely incredible. And now, all I want is that Lego set.
Monkey see, monkey want.
Yeah, I'm terrible, and the next shiny game's going to come and slap me in the face. Which, yeah, it is. It is going to come slap me in the face. So they're re-releasing Heroescape. I don't know if you know what Heroescape was.
No.
I've looked into it. It's an old thing, but it's like a very old war game that comes in a big boxes. And you have to buy the boxes, and all the models come already done, and you get the landscapes that you build out of like hexes.
Yeah.
And huddle money is a dangerous thing. I've gotten on Jess, got rid of it all. I found the solution. It's my board game collection.
Yeah.
Um,
Adult money is a dangerous thing.
But yeah, Heroescape looks like it's re-releasing soon, and I might buy a copy of that because nostalgia and
You can't beat nostalgia.
But I'll send you that link. I'm going to set up those groups. I'm going to let Tim go home. We've been here for 50 minutes. It's been a quieter night. Maybe the football's on. I don't know.
Maybe the third hour's going to be on.
I deliberately didn't tell them, Tim. Maybe that's
Boycott.
why.
Yeah, possibly.
But we did get to play yet another game of Worms. It's excellent.
Yeah, it's
You
good
beat me.
fun.
And I am in the shop tomorrow at 10 till 4. Are you about? Are you coming in for coffee?
Yeah,
I owe
mate.
you one now. I'll
Yeah.
get some instant in.
Yeah, I'll be in tomorrow.
And there'll be some people in and out, I suppose, throughout the day. I'll be doing a few of my actual jobs, but I might be painting.
Yeah, I might come and do a little bit of painting in the morning.
Awesome. Well, then
Cool.
hopefully I'll see you then.